Good Saturday morning and welcome to Weekend Recharge. I'm Paul Goodlow.
And I'm Julie Martin. You know, it's the eve before Christmas Eve and we're tracking not one, but two big storms.
And both of them are going to have major impacts on holiday travel plans. But on the bright side, well, they could also guarantee a white Christmas for millions of Americans.
Welcome guest, as you mentioned, Reynolds, and we're going to take a look at the timing here as far as what we can expect throughout the day. We'll put the clock in motion at 10 o'clock this morning and looking at that purple on the map, that is the icy mess that is going to be unfortunately plaguing portions of the Northeast. This is a look at 1 o'clock in the afternoon today. Still looking at some icy conditions certainly throughout Vermont, New Hampshire, snow as we get into Maine, but that mess kind of moving on into Maine by the time we get into the evening hours as well, and really just kind of hanging on throughout the area. Boston turns over to rain by around 4 or 5 o'clock this afternoon. That should be getting better for you there at Logan, but looking at 8 o'clock this evening, still unfortunately looking like very messy, icy conditions from Dillon throughout these parts. Now we will see the storm pull away though by the time we get past midnight tonight, and then tomorrow morning looks just fine, Christmas Eve morning. So if you can delay maybe your travel plans a little bit, that's probably the best advice. We're going to keep you posted on power outages in this area as well. How much snow still to come with this? Well, really anywhere from say 3 to 5 inches expected ending this evening as well. Places like Cleveland probably going to be in the sweet spot there. Back into Indianapolis, we start to see some of those lower amounts as we get back into the Midwest, maybe 1 to 3 inches still with Dillon. So not a tremendous amount of moisture to work with here. But with the snow still to come here in the Northeast, it's a little bit of a different story. We could actually see up to a foot of snow in northern Maine, 5 to 8 inches in purple there. And then for most of you looking at maybe just an inch or so until we get around the Great Lakes. Then of course looking at maybe a little bit more, maybe 3 to 5 inches for you. Here's a look at that ice potential again, anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 inch of ice, which can be very crippling in terms of the power situation. Also on the roadways can make it very tough to drive. 1/4 inch or less light ice on the trees, some spotty power outages, and icy overpasses. We want to take a look though at specific timing now with Paul. Travel weekend underway. Millions of Americans heading home for the holidays while Mother Nature brings a headache. More than 2 dozen states on alert for snow. NBC's Maya Rodriguez is at the world's busiest airport in Atlanta.
Right. Hey, time now for a 7-day stretch. Check the weather again. More snow and some freezing rain across the Northeast today. Yeah. But back towards you, Julie, our next winter storm taking shape.
Yeah, there it is. And some very chilly air coming in with that as well. Taking a look here. Let's take into Pittsburgh and check out what's going to be happening there as we get into Christmas Eve. And we are looking at the possibility of certainly some more winter weather coming their way as well.
Yeah, Christmas Eve, more snow across the Ohio Valley, even Chicago. Yes, you'll have a white Christmas for sure. And in the Northeast, we're drying out temporarily before more snow comes our way as we head on towards Christmas Day.
Yeah, Christmas Day still looking very chilly here in the West. 0 for your high in Billings, Montana.
Day after Christmas, a lot of people are hitting the malls again. And we got solidly cold weather, kind of a polar outbreak here across much of the Midwest, 2 in Minneapolis, 12 in Chicago, and yes, more lake effect snow showers across much of the Great Lakes.
That's right. And as we head into midweek there, still staying very chilly there in the Midwest. We will see relatively quiet conditions here in the Southwest, though, looking pretty good for Los Angeles. Yeah, after the fact, so for sure.
Thanks for joining us on this eve before Christmas Eve. I'm Paul Goodlow alongside Julie Martin.
That's right, and the eve before Christmas Eve, and we are going to see some major impacts on your holiday travel plans. On the bright side, though, could be a white Christmas for millions.
We're the University of Toledo cheerleaders, and here's your weather for the Dollar General Bowl.
Go Rockets! It's bowl season, the most wonderful time of the year. Every single day you got at least one.
There are so many bowls.
I know. It's some of the names, like the Dollar General Bowl. Didn't know that was a bowl, but apparently is now.
All right, the weather looks good for it. Nonetheless, 62 degrees around 6 o'clock this evening at kickoff.
Yeah, so again, that's not the only bowl we're watching. In fact, we head to the Lockheed Martin Armed Forces Bowl in Fort Worth, and we got the Army Black Knights. Well, they're taking on the San Diego State's Aztecs, and temperatures, well, this is not typical weather for Dallas and Fort Worth this time of the year. Temperatures might get to 50, at least there's some sunshine, making you feel a bit warmer, but in fact, beautiful weather for some football.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at Birmingham with the Legion Field, the Birmingham Bowl. That one's easy to say. We've got Texas Tech against South Florida, and could see some weather impacts with this one.
Yeah, rain showers, maybe some thunderstorms over the next hour or two, but by, say, game time, things should be better. Meanwhile, we still have some NFL football even going on today and Saturday. We got the Colts going into Baltimore with some rain showers this afternoon, but slow clearing throughout the day. Windy conditions, outdoor stadium could impact the kicking and the passing game.
What about Lambeau Field? Well, it's going to be cold. As usual, right?
The frozen tundra, for sure.
Cold at Lambeau. Today at 7:30, though, we have the Vikings against the Packers, and it's going to be feeling in, like negative territory.
It's going to be rough because the Vikings play in a dome now, but Green Bay always plays in the elements, so it could be very interesting with Aaron Rodgers not playing for the rest of the year. He's done.
Bundle up.